what I'm really passionate about is history and politics. And so between the two, I get to learn about the things that I love learning about and to do it in ways that I feel like really develops my competencies and capabilities. And I feel like this Scottish Parliament internship was really catered to those things that I love. So the Scottish Parliament internship, I was in an office, a pretty small office. I had an MSP, which is a member of Scottish Parliament. So she's the one in the middle with the hat. That's a picture of me out campaigning for her. And then we also happened to share an office with an MP, a member of Parliament, who's at Westminster. And so the other picture is they invited me to their Burns supper, which is like a big Scottish party. And so I felt like in terms of the work I was doing, I was really applying my writing and research and critical thinking skills. And I also felt like I was just working in an office and learning how to work with other people that were different than me, that come from a different cultural context. I was learning the interpersonal skills of an office in an exaggerated way because the people I was working with just had such different backgrounds than me. But it was also a really cool experience because the office was so small and I was really welcomed in. And I think that's something that's unique about the Scottish Parliament internship is that, I mean, the lady with the hood, picked me up on a Saturday and took me to see Highland cows because I really like Highland cows. It was really, really intense immersion in Scottish culture, which is what I wanted to get to next, is that when you do an international experience, you get to experience a new culture in a way that's pretty rare. I would say it's comparable to a mission in many ways. And I think that cultural exposure can build on the things that we learn at BYU and can really help us solidify the kind of competencies that we learn within our education. So that's the picture of me with a Highland cow. They're basically a minotaur. And then that's with a bagpiper in the Highlands. When else in your life do you get to go explore a country like this? And it's so affordable. I think that's the other thing, is that people sometimes think international experiences are so expensive, and they are. But in terms of funding, you get way more funding from BYU to do an international internship than you do to do a study abroad. And so in that ways, it's pretty affordable. The last thing is that you just have the opportunity to travel a lot. I went to 6 countries when I was in my internship. And it's pretty rare, I think, at our age to be able to just go travel around Europe. But because in Scotland you're so independent, there's no BYU structure there, you have opportunities to travel and see the world in a way that I think is really personally enriching. So there I am in Paris, and then the other pictures, I got really obsessed with Scottish lighthouses when I was there just because they're fascinating. And so I got